Hi, Romans here and welcome to another music review. I review every album from a viewpoint of a musician, as I'm a singer, songwriter and a bass player for my own group Jakobej. And last year we have released our debut album called Pursuits in Life. What makes it unique is that it's a pretty heavy prog rock without guitars. Instead you have drums, bass, saxophone and keyboards. You can check out two of our music videos on my YouTube channel. We're building our own monument and Fake the New Kind of Beauty, and also a studio live take of A Way to Oppose. Description of all these videos you will find all the information about where is the record available. It's available on all digital platforms like Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, iTunes, Amazon, Bandcamp, but also in this DigiPen version with a very beautifully illustrated 20 pages long booklet. So in case you want one, all you need to do is contact me via an email, on Facebook or on Instagram, or you can get one through Bandcamp. And today I'm going to review the new album from M83, DSVII, or Digital Shades Volume 2.
Music review. Music review.
M83 is a French electronic duo slash band slash project, and I have listened to their Hurry Up We're Dreaming double album from 2011, which was kind of a big deal back in the day, and up until this point I think it's still their most successful album, and I really liked it. I know that I'm a bit late to this review because this album came out like more than 2 months ago, and this is actually DSV, so it means Digital Shades Volume 2. So yeah, there was a Volume 1, so this is like a sequel to that album. And I really like the inspiration behind the record because based on what I've read, it's been mainly like the 80s pop culture, so the computer games, the movie soundtracks, fantasy, sci-fi, and you can really hear that in the music. Also, the whole record was recorded using just the analog equipment, which adds to the overall warmth of music, and it really brings you back to that 80s decade. As of now, I've heard this album 7 times, so let's look at it more closely. The album opens up with the track Hell Riders. I really like those synth pads, and there's like a, I think it's an acoustic guitar, and we also hear a very cool heavenly choir that immediately puts you in that place like the ancient China. The second track, A Bit of Sweetness, is very chilling, almost retrospective in its vibe track that brings Pink Floyd's Us and Them to mind. Goodbye Captain Lee is this ambient piece with beautiful synth that seems to be like the continuation of the previous track. Colonies is much more dreamy with those long soundscapes and drones that take very long time to change, but I really dig it. Meet the Friends at first sounds like the synth analog version of Taiho, but then the piano and the guitar take the lead, and I really like it because it kind of sounds as if they are progressing the story and the music forward. There are really beautiful keyboard sounds in the track Feelings, which actually reminds me a lot of the albums The Snow Goose and Nude from British prog rock band Camel. Also, when the drums finally kick in, there's just so much weight to it. And this is kind of the first time when you start realizing the rhythmical aspect of this album, because up until this point all the drums and percussions were slightly minimalistic. A Word of Wisdom is this little track with wordless female vocals and a very chilling vibe. Luna de Fiel, if I pronounce it right, is more up-tempo and serious track, kinda in the vein of Tangerine Dream, but probably a little more airy and a little more relaxed. Jeu de Fans, which I'm pretty sure I pronounced wrong, is a piano-led track with a pinch of melancholia. A Taste of the Dusk has such a calm and old-school atmosphere, perfect for getting lost in your memories of the innocence of the childhood. In Lunar Sun, I really like the recorder and the piano, which immediately bring again the album Snow Goose from Camel to mind, and I could swear that that track came from that record. Oh Yes, You're There Every Day is another piano-led song with a really beautiful synth melody. Mirage has Blade Runner-like atmosphere, and I love how it balances between being serious and being sad, kinda in the way like Adagio for Strings from Samuel Barber. Typhon Glory has an uplifting piano melody, and again it has that innocent, nostalgic vibe. And the album ends with the track Temple of Sorrow, where the first half is kinda ambient and it almost has like a tribal atmosphere. And then in the second half we hear that choir, we hear some beautiful melodies by synth, and this track kind of feels as if everything we've heard so far comes together at the end for one last time. I can't even express how impressed I am with this album. It's such a beautiful album, not just sonically but also in terms of the composition. It's like a journey I didn't know I wanted to take, but boy, I'm glad I did. It's just such a captivating and immersive album that, you know, it speaks to me on so many levels, and it's amazing how many emotions you'll experience without any words. It's also a very imaginative album that kind of feels like a soundtrack to a movie you've never seen, but you will definitely see places and there will be some sort of a story happening in your head. I don't think I have ever been so impressed with an instrumental album like this that wasn't a soundtrack to a movie or a game that I have experienced prior to listening to the music on its own. Have you heard this album already? You can let me know in the comment section below whether you agreed or disagreed with me. If you're already an M83 fan, you can let me know how well do you think it compares to their other records, maybe which one is your favorite one or which one should I listen to next. You can follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, you can find links to both in the description of this video below. If you like this review, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. You can check out my own original music, which is also relatively influenced by the 80s music, my live performances, my worst to best series, and quite a lot of other reviews as well. Thanks a lot for watching.